Hello, hola, ¿cómo estás? Tudo bem, konnichiwa, what it do? Thank you for listening to another episode of the J Boyk Sports Podcast. And today we're going to get into Paul George. Paul George, man, shaking my head, SMH, 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 add a sad emoji. I tell you, man, there was a time when I really, truly believed in Paul George. And I really thought that he was going to be something amazing. And now he just disappoints me. And I want to make sure that I'm being still respectful because this is a public platform and I don't want to disrespect another man. And I don't think he's done things that are so egregious that they require me to really be disrespectful. But at the end of the day, man, Paul George has just been falling further and further away from my respect level because he's another person that with great responsibility comes, excuse me, sorry for that. He's another person that with great power comes great responsibility. And he's not using his power correctly, per my opinion, at least. And I think there's a lot of Sixers fans that would agree with me. The whole city of Philadelphia would agree with me. This man gets so much love from these young kids. Kiyan Anthony, whose dad is the great Carmelo Anthony, right? Carmelo Anthony! I gotta say it like that almost every time. That's how much Melo touches my soul, man. Everybody loves Melo, right? His son, my man's own son, said that Paul George is the best player he's ever seen. He called Paul George his GOAT. Maybe he didn't say he's the best player he's ever seen, but I'm pretty sure he called Paul George his GOAT. And when I heard that, I almost fell out of my seat, man. I almost fell out of my seat. I almost ended up in the afterlife because you got to be kidding me. And he's like, Paul George is just so smooth. He's got such great handles. And I promise you, I've been saying this to people for the longest, and I say this especially to younger kids all the time. Who cares if you got all this handle and you look good doing it, pause, no diddy, if you ain't scoring and you ain't going nowhere with it? And it's taking you 5,000 dribbles to get up a shot. Like, come on, man. But that's my problem with Paul George. These kids are following after you, thinking that you're some type of GOAT. Let's take a look at this graphic. This is who the kids are following. This graphic says, PG says 76ers show no sign of being championship or playoff contenders. Ooh. Oh, boy. Paul George, one of the... is he a top 75? I don't even remember. He's saying we've shown no sign of a team that will compete. We just don't have the habits of a champion or a playoff contending team. Oh, Lord. Oh, my. Okay, Paul. All right. Doesn't have anything to do with you scoring like what? 4 points and Kelly Oubre scoring 30 and you're worth $200 million, supposedly? Not your fault. Okay. And then this one. Paul George is taking time off of the podcast to focus on basketball activities. Oh my goodness. You know what? Hand clap that up. Let's. Amen, brother. Good job. Oh yeah. You're just like way too late for all of this, man. The Sixers lost 10 games in a row? Where have you been, Paul? Sir George? Where have you been? Oh, yeah, just pretty much collecting your paycheck to do absolutely nothing. Now, again, I'm trying to be respectful here, but this is unacceptable, man. The love that these young kids are putting into this man to just go out there and score 4 points while having a podcast, bro, he's stopping his podcast to focus on his real job that he gets paid $200 million to do. He will get paid $200 million to do. Pretty much guaranteed. He had to take a break from podcasting, which is what I'm doing as a broke boy, right? I'm not really broke, but I'm calling myself a broke boy compared to Paul George with $200 million. So he's doing broke boy activities, but he's a rich boy. And he's trying to figure out why the Sixers lost 10 straight games. It's because of you, man. Well, partly. Joel Embiid, we're going to get on him in another day. But don't worry, we will get on Joel Embiid. But hey, Paul George, it's because of you. You've been floating around for the last few years. You were on the Clippers. The Clippers didn't want to pay you the money. I wouldn't have paid you either. What have you done, man? What have you been doing? I don't understand. I'm just talking about on the basketball court. You as a person, I see you got your family. I hope you and your family are doing well. But as a basketball player, unacceptable, man. But what really grinds my gears, this man talks about at length how much he appreciated Kobe Bean Bryant, how much he respected him. He said, I saw Kobe and I knew that was the guy for me. That was the guy. Those are his own words. Well, when did you forget what you saw in Kobe Bryant, Paul George? When did the money consume you to the point where you no longer wanted to focus on basketball and you wanted to do and participate in broke boy activities like the rest of us normal human beings? Podcasting. When did that become more important to you than scoring field goals? I read something that said he uploaded more videos than he made field goals in this NBA season. You gotta be kidding me, brother. You gotta be kidding me. You just gotta. You gotta be. It's unacceptable. And then reading these tabloids here, you're saying we show no sign. No, you show no sign. You and Joel show no sign. Y'all are veterans. Maxey is coming in telling you guys, hey, we should be on time, guys. But y'all, you want a podcast like a broke boy. Like me. And Joel Embiid, who knows what he wants to do. Like I said, I got another video coming for that maniac over there. Just being a maniac. But Paul George, there's no sign because of you. Playing around, all this podcasting. When are you, now you want to focus on basketball after you lost 10 straight? I think you're averaging what, like 15, 16 points a game this year? What level of Mamba mentality is that, man, for somebody to be a fan of Kobe Bryant? I'm not saying you're not a fan of Kobe Bryant, but geez Louise, man. I know Kobe passed away. But who he was and what he meant to you when you saw him early in your life, did that pass away too? Because I don't see it in you. And I haven't seen it for a long time. Not since the Pacers, in my honest opinion. You were okay on OKC with Russ. You were okay. But your whole career, man, you just been very good. Never great. But it also seems like you never wanted to be great. And that's the thing that bothers me the most. Especially if you're going to mention Kobe Bryant's name as somebody that inspired you. You're 6'9". You do have all the handles. You did have a smooth jump shot. You do have a smooth game. And what is it amounted to? And so for somebody that's watched you for a long time, not these little kids. I've been watching you, bro. And I'm supposed to be a fan. You fallen short. You've been failing. And just in my opinion, personally, I just feel like you could have did better. I felt like you were better. You're definitely better than what this is. This is crazy. It's malarkey. You can't blame your teammates. You're supposed to be one of the leaders. And if Joel Embiid's not going to get himself together, which it doesn't look like he's going to, then you should be the leader. You should be getting these guys ready for battle. They're not contenders because you're not a contender. Your season's been horrible. $200 million says you're supposed to be better than this. So you know what, Paul George? I'm going to leave you with that thought. Don't hate you as a person. I actually think you're a nice guy, man. You seem like a good dude. But your priorities are all over the place. All over the place. My brother, all over the place. You're dipping and dabbling in too much, and you ain't focused on the main thing. You're focused on the side pieces, man. Side pieces ain't never brought nobody nothing but trouble, especially right now. So, I don't know, man. I hope you get it together, Paul George. You deciding to not focus on your podcast for a while. You gotta be kidding me, bro. You gotta be kidding me. You can't lead a group of men when they're focused on playing the game and winning, and you're focused on getting out your streams, making the deadline for your next episode with your boys, your brothers. You should be fighting with on the court. And it's only for like what? How long is basketball? 6 months? How long is it? I don't know. I got to look it up. I don't remember. You couldn't wait to the end of the season? And you're trying to figure out why this season is falling apart for your team. Look no further than yourself, sir. Start with you. This has been another episode of the Jay Boyks podcast. I appreciate all of you for listening. Somebody help Paul George, man. Please, somebody create a get well soon card, or somebody create a plan for success for the company that is Paul George's basketball game that's struggling horribly. Somebody create a business plan to help him get his life back together on the court. Not talking about off of it. Again, no disrespect to the man off the court. On the court, garbage. Just trash. And again, PG, if you listen to this and you get mad at me, don't blame me, man. You know what you've been doing out there. You've been on this mic with me. You don't need to be on this mic with me. You 6'9". Get out there. Win some games. Play with some heart. You're getting embarrassed out there, man. So, appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends about me. Humbly. I'm asking that humbly. Please. No disrespect. Thank you. Much love.